Alright, how's it going everybody, and welcome back to our journey over here in Elm Creek. And as you can see, we are just busy loading the last bales of our silage that we've got. So yeah, I already got started this morning. It is already a little bit later in the morning, as you guys can see, but yeah, we've been a little bit busy, and I must say we got quite a bit of money for the silage. And yeah, well, on top of that, guys, I also spent a whole bunch of money already. So you guys will be very pleased to know that I decided to bite the bullet and go ahead and buy the field next to us. So let's quickly take a little bit of a ride over there with our trusty old quad bike. So here we are, guys. This is now also part of our farm officially. So yeah, it turns out I managed to strike quite a decent deal. I think we agreed upon a price of $47,000 for this field. And my thoughts are we are going to see if we can plant some sort of crop that we can feed to our chickens. So now I mentioned that I might be interested in putting either barley or sorghum in the field. But I just decided, guys, we are going to just go ahead and sow this field with some wheat. So I think wheat is going to take quite a while to grow. But at the end of the day, that is the best feed for our chicken. So I think it's going to be, well, for our chickens, plural, I guess, because we're probably going to get a whole bunch of chickens, but okay. So yeah, in other news, we also got quite a bit of money from our contracting jobs, and also we managed to sell the Fiat tractor, guys. So yeah, there was a guy passing by who stopped and had a look at it, and we agreed upon a price of $20,000. Which I think isn't bad, considering we paid only $17,000 for it with the cultivator that we currently still have. So I think everything worked out pretty well, and I think it must be the paint job that actually, you know, intrigued the buyer so much, because let's face it, that tractor actually looked pretty much brand new when we parked it over there. So alright, let's just quickly put our skid steer back where it belongs as well. Might have to just lift this up a tiny bit. There we go. Right, so as you guys can see, we've got a couple of things that I need to take care of loaded onto the Chevy C30, and also on the back of our trailer, or on top of our trailer, we've got our 2 pallets of wool, and then we've got the 4 pallets of strawberries, which are hopefully going to stay put there, because we can't really put a strap down there because there's no, you know, place for us to put the straps onto over there. So yeah, that is just going to have to hang in there. And then we have got our silage bales, 6 of them left. So these need to go over to the animal dealer. Those are going over to the Spinnery. And these are going over to the farmer's market. So we've got quite a bit of driving to do. And then I also need to head over to the shop, because we're going to be picking up a couple of big bags. So firstly, as you guys may have noticed, the field is in need of some lime. So we're going to try and see if we can spread the field with some lime today, and just see how it's going to go and what's going to happen. We're also going to be picking up some seeds, wheat seeds. So yeah, it's going to be quite a bit of a busy day for us when we get back to the farm. So I think let's hit the road. We're going to firstly stop over at the animal dealer to go and drop off the silage. And then we should head over to the Spinnery, and then we might even do the farmer's market somewhere in between. I don't know exactly. I think we'll do animal dealer, farmer's market, and then come back for the Spinnery. So yeah, let's see how this is going to work out, guys, and see if we can drop everything off today and make a little bit of money again. Alright, so here we are, guys, and we are going to just park up here on the side, and they are going to come and fetch the bales from us, and then see how much money we can earn from these 6 bales. So yeah, let me quickly get all of these straps unstrapped, and then we're going to come and check where they can take this off our hands again. So they already took the first lot and they put it somewhere else, so I don't know exactly where it is, but okay. So let me sort this out, and I'll bring you guys back up to speed once we know how much money we made off of all of these bales. Alright, so there we are, guys. So that is all sorted. Our bales have been dropped off, and if I'm not mistaken, we made a little bit over $4,000. I'll just put the amount down below on the screen for you guys. So yeah, let's head over to the farmer's market. It's literally just up the road from here. So we're just going to do a nice little U-turn. We're going to see if we can go and drop off the pallets of strawberries first of all. And yeah, just going to take it from there and see how things are going to work out today, guys. Alright, so here we are over at the farmer's market, and I'm quickly going to go inside and see if I can find Sarah so that we can drop off the strawberries, and then I think we are going to be ready to head over to our last stop, which will be the Spinnery for these pallets of wool. So yeah, I'll bring you guys back once the strawberries have been dropped off. Alrighty guys, there we go. So the strawberries have been dropped off and we are already on our way over to the Spinnery. So hopefully today we're going to make a little bit of money so that we can at least pay the bank another $10,000 back. So that is my thought pattern here, because yeah, as you guys know, I always try and pay a little bit more than usual. So we still owe them quite a huge amount of money, guys. It's going to take us probably a couple of weeks to settle the loan. And we are also paying interest every week. So yeah, there's going to be a lot less interest if we can pay the loan back sooner. So eventually we should try and make a little bit more money so that we can start putting it more towards the loan, which I think will work out a little bit better in the end for us. Alright, so Spinnery is luckily just up the road from here, so it's not too far. It's just around this corner. Alright, let's see if we can park somewhere where they can offload these things a little bit easier once we get there. Yeah, this the farmer's market, actually we have to offload the stuff by hand. That's why it always takes so long. These guys over here, they've got a couple of guys who will be able to grab the wool off of us, so it's not going to take too long, hopefully. Alright, and I think we're just going to park up somewhere over here. Alright, I think this should do. Alright, let's hop out and just get the straps off over here. And then I'm going to quickly see if we can deliver the wool, guys. And then we're going to head back to our farm. Well, not yet, because we still need to go to the dealership, the Clever Motors dealership, to pick up some big bags of, well, lime and also some seeds. Alrighty, so there we are, guys. So we just dropped off the 2 pallets of wool. So they paid us a total of $2,100 per pallet. So that's another 4.2k in our pocket, guys, which is great. It's definitely very welcome at this stage. Alright, so now, as I mentioned, we need to head over to Clever Motors to go and pick up our big bags. So I ordered 2 big bags of lime for our field and also a bag of seeds. Wheat seeds, so that's gonna be what we sow our field with today. Hopefully, we'll see how we get to everything, guys. Alright, let's just care for some traffic over here and let's quickly cross the road. Alright, I could probably also just drop the trailer off at the farm before we head over there, but it doesn't really matter at this stage. I think everything will work out. We should have enough space on the back of the Chevy C30 for everything, so that's probably where we're gonna have them load everything for us. So it's already been paid for, it's just gonna be a matter of getting there and picking everything up. Alright, and here we are over at the Clever Motors dealership, guys. So I need to quickly go and pop into the office and just sign the paperwork, and then once again their forklift driver will probably load it for us, and I just hope we're going to be able to get this off with our little skid steer, or well, whatever. We're going to have to just see what plans we're going to make there, guys. Alright, so I'll bring you guys back once this is all sorted out. Alright, and there we are. So they loaded the big bags for us, guys. So we've got 2 bags of lime and a bag of seeds, which I think is going to be more than enough for our little field that we are going to be sowing today, guys. So, well, I keep saying today. We'll see how far we get with everything, because the field needs to be limed first of all, and then we're going to have to try and take all of the lime out of the fertilizer spreader, or, well, our spreader. Let's just call it the spreader. And see if we can fertilize the field with our little bit of solid fertilizer. So yeah, there's gonna be quite a bit of a process that we need to follow in order to get this yield of our wheat field the best to our ability. So it's going to be a matter of liming, sowing, fertilizing, and also rolling. So yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff that I really want to get done. So we're just going to see how far we can get with everything. Okay, that car is turning over there. Alright, but yes, here we are back at our farm. And I think we are going to just go ahead and park the trailer back in its spot as well. Alright, so just take it nice and easy around these turns with these big bags, because they kind of make the truck a little bit top heavy. So I can feel the weight shifting as we take the turns. Alright, now I'm probably not going to be able to see a whole lot. Maybe I can use the rear view mirrors. I don't know. We'll have to take it nice and easy with this thing. Yeah, it's not going to be the easiest. And that looks like it's going more or less in the right direction. We are a little bit close to that side. Okay, let's just do this. There we go. Alright, that's going to probably catch. Let's see. Yeah, that's a little too close. Alright, yeah, definitely gotta up my reversing skills here. If I struggle too much at this, guys, I'm just gonna freaking offload the bags first of all. Yeah, I can't really see what's going on back there. So okay, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna leave the trailer connected to our truck. We are going to take these big bags off first of all. I think that should work out, and then we will see if we can get the trailer parked up later on. So okay, I'm gonna need to disconnect this bale spear and put on the pellet. Yeah, the pellet fork needs to go on so that we can grab the bags. We don't have a big bag handler, which would have actually been great if we had one of those. Alright, let's get this thing fired up and let's maybe spin it around. Alright, yeah, that's the nice thing about skid steers, guys. They actually turn on a dime. Alright, let's lower this thing down and get this bale spear disconnected. Alright, nice and simple. That is disconnected, and now we're going to hook up to our pellet fork right over there. Alright, just take it easy. There we go. Let's get it hooked up. Alright, so the pellet fork is now on the little skid steer, and I think we are ready to try and take these big bags off. Alright, so let's just do this one at a time. I think it's gonna probably be a little bit safer for our teeny tiny little skid steer here. Alright. Yeah, you could actually see pretty well what we are doing here. Just gotta maybe go up a little bit. Alright, there we go. That should do. Right, first bag of lime. Alright, I should actually put this straight into the spreader over there, but it's fine. We'll do it once we get to it. I think that's probably what we're going to start with anyway, so we'll see, guys. Just kind of thinking what I need to do, because we need to have space for the tractor to get in there, so I think we'll figure it out. Let's just see how we do this. Alright, let's come around this way. We're going to grab the other bag of lime here as well. That is nice and high. Okay, just get the fork under there. Okay, and lift it up. Alright. Yeah, that barely lifts it up high enough. Alright, well, I think we really need to decide whether we are going to get ourselves a low loader of some sort one day for this, because our little skid steer is not very, you know, it's not picking up very high, so it's just on the limit of getting this big bag off the truck there. So it still works at the end of the day. It's not ideal, but it still works. Alright, let's try and not punch a hole through our Chevy C30 here with the forks. Okay. Alright, that's a bit too fast. Okay, let's spin it this way. Alright, we got it. See, that's what I mean. It's just now sliding all the way back onto the fork. Let's maybe hop out and show you guys what I mean. So, you see what happened now? It slid all the way down, so it's like just barely high enough to get off the truck, but, well, at the end it worked. So, yeah, not really the best equipment for this, but it did the job, guys. So, I don't know, one day we will probably upgrade something, maybe get a proper telehandler or something. I mean, that would be pretty much the ideal equipment for this kind of job. Alright, so now we can just park our little skid steer somewhere, but I think we're going to lift this bag up, so we are going to need the lime first of all. And I might have to come back to the yard to fill up the spreader, because I don't know how far the spreader is going to be taking us on the field. Yeah, that might also be a problem. I'd have to scoop this out with a bucket or something, you know. We'll see how it works out, guys. I don't know. Alright, for now we're just going to set it down. Alright, and just hop into our trusty old tractor here. But I think we need to disconnect the seeder, because I took the grass seeds out. Alright, so yeah, we have to disconnect this thing first of all. And then we're going to hook up to our spreader over there and head over to our field and just go and spray some lime. Alright, so we've got the seeder disconnected from our case tractor, and now I think what we're going to try and see is if we can actually maneuver into there. I should have actually parked the truck and trailer away again, but you know what, it's fine, we can manage this. Alright, so here we go. We're just going to get it into position nicely for the solid fertilizer spreader, or just the spreader, guys. Let's get it hooked up. Alright, I think that should do the trick. So we've got our fertilizer spreader hooked up now. I've got no idea how this is going to work. If we maybe lower the thing down. Let's just try this. Alright, let's lower it down. Alright, that's catching on the ground. Okay, let's move it a little bit closer and then we'll lower it down. Alright. Okay, yeah, you know what? Let's just rather save the diesel, because I don't know how much diesel we have left in the tractor. Right now, I don't know if this is going to work. Alright, let's see if we can figure this out. Alright, yeah, this might be a little bit too high for this. But let's see. Yeah, it slid down. Okay. Alright, this is a bit of a problem, guys. So I'm going to have to try and make a plan for this to go into our spreader here, which, as I said, would have been better if we maybe had a regular pallet as well. Because now these big bags they're quite a bit of a pain to handle. Because now the moment I tilt it backwards, it's just going to slide backwards onto our forks, and we're not going to get it over there. Yep, that's a bit of a problem. Alright, well, looks like I'm going to have to do a bit of manual labor here and see if we can maybe scoop it out into the fertilizer spreader, guys. It's probably going to take me a hot minute, but you know, it is what it is. It's part of the job, so... Alright, let's just leave the engine off. Alright, well guys, I'm going to see if I can find a bucket or something to fill this thing up with, and then we are going to head over to the field and just start spraying some lime. Alright guys, well, I managed to get the spreader full of lime, and it took me quite a hot minute to do, so hopefully we're going to have enough time to sort everything out today. But we'll get as far as we can, guys, and whatever just doesn't get done, we'll do it in the next episode for you guys. So yeah, it's not a big train smash. Alright, so now we are going to figure out where we can start. I think maybe on the far end of the field would be fine. Just see if we can get ourselves lined up over here, and then I'm going to send the drone out once again, guys, so that you can all have a nice third-person view of us doing the work on the field here. And I might go back and forth to the yard to go and fill up the spreader again with some more lime, so it's gonna take us quite a hot minute to do this, guys, probably. So I guess for now, sit back, relax, and enjoy this little bit of music and a time lapse.
Red clay on my brand new soles, walking these streets where everyone knows everyone but me, but that's alright. Got my name on every hell-wanted sign, working sun up past the evening star, loading trucks behind McGarry's bar. Ain't too proud to sweep these floors, 'cause Daddy always said the work makes doors. New boots in an old's gonna wear these heels down till they trust me walking round. New boots in an old downtown, making my way day after day till these boots don't give me away. Just trying to settle down. Monday morning at the lumber mill, Tuesday nights at Widow Johnson still, fixing fences, painting porches too. Whatever honest work a man can do. They whisper stranger when I pass on by, but I hold my head up to the sky, 'cause every callus tells a tale of how these boots won't let me fail. New boots in an old town, waiting seas land here to just a romping down. New boots, St. Old John, Tano, yanking my way, get the day to make boots from and to get away. La-dee-da, work my hands wrong, ya-ta-ta, watch me prove it on. Boots are gonna learn to dance in time with this town's romance. 6 months later, getting somewhere now. The diner lady knows how I like my chow. The hardware store keeps calling back, and old man Jones waves from his Cadillac. They say persistence paves the way. Well, these boots are here to stay. Not just leather, but a man's whole pride. Finally feeling like I'm on the inside. New boots in an old town, will wear these heels down till they trust me walking round. New boots in an old town. I'm making my way day after day till these boots don't give me away. Found where I belong now.
Alright, so there we are, guys. That took us quite a hot minute because I had to go back and forth a couple of times and fill the little spreader with lime. And close to the end I decided we're just going to spread the last bit of lime that was left in the spreader on the field again, even although we did it already. So yes, for now our field is properly limed, guys. So it's quite a bit of a progress, or a process rather. So yeah, things are gonna work out hopefully for us here. We still have got a little bit of lime left in that big bag over there. I think it's about 1,000 liters if I'm not mistaken, so I think it's fine. Okay, so for now I think we're just going to disconnect the spreader over here because we are going to need it for our solid fertilizer a little bit later on probably. So let me get this thing disconnected again, and then we're gonna hook up to our seeder. Alright, so that is the fertilizer spreader now disconnected, and we are ready to try and hook up to our seeder now, guys. And then it's going to be a whole other story of filling it with wheat seeds. So let's just get this thing hooked up, and then hopefully we can start sowing our wheat, guys. That'll be great. Alright, so she's all hooked up, and I still got the beacon lights on. Yeah, I turned those on because of the traffic, because we were kind of going into the road now and then when we were turning around. So that's the only downfall of having our field so close to the main road, or not really the main road, but you know what I mean. So yeah, running into traffic is a thing. Right, so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna park it right and nice and out of the way here and lower it back down. Alright, so now I'm going to quickly just put the big bag of lime somewhere. Let's just get us tucked away somewhere into the shed there. I think maybe in front of the... Yeah, we'll see where I put this. I'll decide here in a second. Because we try and need to get access to our solid fertilizer again. But that's fine. I can always hook it up to the tractor and just bring it back into here and get the solid fertilizer scooped in, because there's not a whole lot left, but it might be enough for our little field, guys, so we'll see how it works out. Alright, so I'll just lower this over here. Alright, let's get over to the seed bag, the bag of wheat seeds. Just go and see if we can get that into our seeder over there, which is going to be also quite a bit challenging. Might have to also take the old bucket again and just get it filled up that way again. Alright, there we go. Let's go. There we go. Alright, is that gonna lift it? Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be high enough. Yeah, well, I think if we could maybe start ordering the stuff in a pallet, or on top of a pallet, it'll work out a little bit better. Alright, let's get this thing lifted up as high as it can go. You see, it's going to probably slide down. Yeah, I don't think that's going to clear. That looks... Yep, that's a little too low. And it slid down. Alright. Okay, so guys, let me quickly fill this thing up again with a bucket. And it's going to take me a hot minute probably to do, but it is what it is, guys. So let me sort this out, and then we're going to head over to the field and go and start sowing our wheat. Alright, so there we are, guys. That took us quite a bit of time to get the seeds into our seeder, but now luckily we are sorted. So yeah, I think definitely if we can get some more of these you know, cages and stuff where the pellets go on, those will actually work out a little bit better for us in the future. So I just gotta make a mental note on that next time I order my seeds and you know, fertilizer and lime and such. But alright, here we are back in our parking spot with our little John Deere skid steer, and I think on that note we are ready to head over to the field with our tractor, guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. We're going to start sowing the wheat, and then yeah, by the looks of it, we might even have time today to do the rolling, which will be great. And probably even the fertilizing. Alright, let's get that lifted up. Alright, well, depends on how long this is going to take. I think the rolling process should go quick, because we've got a decent sized roller there. We're just going to have to dig it out of the shed over there. But that's okay. Let's head over to the field and get the wheat sowed, guys. So yeah, I don't know. This is going to probably take a little bit of time with our little seeder. But that's fine. We're just going to have to use what we've got, as they always say. Alright, guys, we're going to line up on the furthest end again and just do a little bit of a headland around the field once again. Alright, let's give this a little bit of a test real quick. Just see if everything works out. Alright. Alright, let's just hop out just for a second here and just see. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so guys, I think let's get the drone in the sky and see if I can knock this job out of the park. And yeah, you guys can sit back, relax and enjoy. And then I'll see you after this field has been sowed with the wheat.
Six in the morning, sun's barely up. Coffee still hot in my favorite cup. Walk in the fields as the dew starts to fade, thinking about all of the rounds to be made. Hey, dust and diesel in my clothes. Working this land is all that I know. From the first morning light till the stars start to show, just me and these fields and the seeds that we sow. That's how we grow. The old Massey Ferguson needs a good run. Grass fields are calling, work's never done. Baylor's been cranky since early last June, but she'll get it done by this afternoon. Got grease on my hands, dirt on my boots, in tune with the engine's familiar roots. These machines got stories, every dent shows years of experience in perfect rows. Hey, dust and diesel in my clothes. Working this land is all that I know. From the first morning light till the stars start to show, just me and these fields and the seeds that we sow. Some folks don't understand what we do, but this ain't just work, it's who we are, it's true. Every season brings its own kind of grace, and I wouldn't trade this for any other place. John Deere's waiting for its evening clean. Been running smooth, keeping that paint shining green. Tomorrow we'll do this all over again. This life ain't easy, but I'm where I've been meant to be. Hey, dust and diesel in my clothes. Working this land is all that I know. From the first morning light till the stars start to show, just me and these fields and the seeds that we sow. That's how we grow.
Alrighty guys, so there we go. That is looking pretty good. So it took us quite a bit of time to get this field sowed with the wheat, but I think we did pretty well in the end. Turns out this field isn't very square. Well, it's kind of square, but there's like a little section over here which goes in a little bit more this direction to the right, and that ended up causing a little bit of problems for our guidance steering, but at the end it's not too bad, guys. We managed pretty well. So the last thing that I can actually do to this field would be a little bit of rolling, because I think the fertilizing state is actually not that bad. So we're just gonna have to roll with it, guys, and see what kind of yield we get off the field eventually. So we potentially might run into a little bit of a weed problem, so we'll have to deal with that if that is the case. So we'll see. I don't know exactly, guys, but we are definitely gonna try and see if we can still do the rolling today, because I think it's very important to just do it all in one episode if we can. So once again, I'm just gonna disconnect the sewing machine right over here and then Gonna see if I can dig my roller out of the shed over there and get it hooked up to our tractor so that we can go and roll the field real quick. Should go relatively fast. Alright, so there we are, guys. We've got our roller hooked up and I just moved the mowing machine right over there, so it's kind of out of the way. I was actually considering leaving it on the front of the tractor so that it acts like a counterweight, because this roller is quite a bit heavy, but I think our little case tractor is definitely up to the task. It doesn't look like it's popping a wheelie or anything like that, so I think we are good. Alright, well, I think we are going to do this probably in yet again a little bit of a time lapse for you guys. So we're gonna just get ourselves lined up with the far end of the field, and then we are going to just tackle this field with a little bit of a roller. So yeah, let's get it unfolded, and you guys can once again just sit back, relax, and enjoy this this time lapse while we get this field rolled.
Up before the rooster, boots already on. 20 acres waiting, work won't wait that long. Feed the hungry cattle, fix that broken gate. When there's work that needs doing, I don't hesitate. Ain't no task too tall, ain't no job too small. I tackle every challenge, answer every call. Been raised up right on this patch of land. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Tractor needs attention, belt's about to snap. Quick wrench turn and pivot, got no time to nap. Hay's ready for baling, storm clouds rolling in. Racing with the weather, betting that I'll win. Ain't no task too tall, ain't no job too small. I tackle every challenge, answer every call. Been raised up right on this patch of land. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Told me, so here's what you need to know. A farm don't run on maybe, it runs on get up and go. So I learned to move like lightning, think quick on my feet. Cause every day's a challenge, but giving up needs defeat. Fence line needs mending, Southfield needs to plow. Barn roof's got a leak, but I know just how. Sun's beating down hard, but I won't slow down. Got a reputation as the fastest hand in town. It's too tall, ain't no job too small. I tackle every challenge, answer every call. Been raised up right on this patch of land. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. Ain't no task too tall for this farming man. No task too tall for this farming man.
Alright, so there we are, guys. That is job done. Our field has been sowed, rolled and limed today. So now it's just going to be a matter of waiting for this field to germinate so that we can see if there's going to be any weeds or anything popping up out of here. So I'm hopeful that it won't, but I guess we'll have to wait and see, guys, once it starts growing. So now what I've also gone and done is I've parked the tractor and everything already, and I also made a payment to the bank, guys. So yeah, our loan is slowly but surely getting paid off, guys. So we still owe them a total of $135,000, which is quite a substantial amount of money still, but I'm pretty sure if we just keep at it and keep going, eventually we will get there and get the loan paid back. So now we are still going to be looking for contract work now and then, which will definitely be probably most of our income. And over the weekend, the guys are going to also come and install us a chicken coop right next to our cabin over there, guys. So yeah, I actually think we've got plenty of space over there just by that tree over there. So we'll see how that's going to work out and what exactly they managed to build for us. So yeah, we are definitely gonna try and see if we can get some chickens in real soon, which will mean we can start producing eggs. And apart from the eggs and wool and the strawberries, our wheat field over here is also gonna be, something that we can feed to our chickens eventually. So for the first couple of times, we're probably gonna have to buy some wheat for the chickens and just feed that to them until we can get our field here harvested one day, which will also require a combine harvester, which is probably going to be the next piece of equipment that I'm going to start looking around for, guys. I might go over to David and see if he's got anything. Maybe he's got something cheaply available. I know he had that class combine that didn't have a header, which would not be really ideal for us because we're definitely going to need something that's going to be able to do the job once we need it to do it. But alrighty, guys, I think that is going to be a wrap for today's episode. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate every view, every like. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I will appreciate it very much. So yes, until the next time, cheerio for now.